Jos 13. 24, 25. JG 11. 12-28. Geographic names. The ancient Hebrew names of many cities, mountains, and valleys have been lost, partly due to the occupation of Palestine by the Arabs for much of the time since 638 CE, but, since Arabic is the living language most closely related to Hebrew, it is possible in some instances to identify with considerable accuracy certain ancient places and sites of major events. Some common Arabic and Hebrew geographic terms that are helpful in relating places to biblical sites are given on the following page. Climatic conditions. Palestine's climate is as diversified as its topography. In the matter of some 160 kilometers 100 mi, from the Dead Sea to Mount Hermon, the contrasting extremes in altitude produce climatic conditions equivalent to those that are elsewhere spread over thousands of miles in latitude between the tropics and the Arctic. Mount Hermon is usually snow-capped mucho textoi acute miritra longo, Pelu 571 spring, rain comes in March and April. Dra 11. 14. Jo 2. 23. Zek 10. 1. Jos 5. 7. One of Palestine's great assets is the abundance of dew, especially through the rainless summer months, for without the heavy dews many of the vineyards and grazing lands would suffer greatly. Hag 1. 10. Zek 8. 12. The moisture-laden breezes blowing up from the Mediterranean and down from Mount Hermon account for much of the dew in Palestine. PS 133. 3. In certain areas the dew at night is so heavy that enough moisture is recovered by the vegetation to compensate for the losses during the heat of the day. Compare Job 29. 19. Of particular importance is the dew in the Negev and uplands of Gilead where rainfall is minimal. See dew. Plants and animals. The tremendous variety of trees, shrubs, and plants found in this small area of the earth has been a source of amazement among botanists, one of whom estimates that there are about 2,600 plant varieties growing there. The diversity in altitude, climate, and soil helps to account for this variety in flora, some plants being at home in the cold alpine, others in the torrid desert, and still others in the alluvial plain or the rocky plateau, each blooming and bearing seed in its season. Within comparatively short distances from one another are found hot weather palms and cold weather oaks and pines. Willows along the streams and tamarisks in the wilderness. This land is also famous for its cultivated vineyards, olive groves, fig orchards, and fields of wheat, barley, and millet. Other crops include peas, beans, lentils, eggplants, onions, and cucumbers, as well as cotton and flax. Modern visitors to this land are often disappointed unless it is springtime, when the countryside is in full bloom with its flower spectacle. For most of the year, the stony hillsides are barren and bleak. At one time, however, parts of the land were more heavily wooded than at present, lush like the Garden of Jehovah, a veritable botanical garden flowing with milk and honey, hospitable and inviting. GE 13. 10. X3. 8. New 13. 23, 24. 8. 7-9. Animal, bird, and fish life was abundant in park-like Palestine, in the past more so than today. The lion, bear, wild boar, and hippopotamus are no longer present, but other wildlife that may be found include wolves, wild boars, wildcats, jackals, hares, and foxes. Domesticated animals are common. Sheep, goats, cows, horses, asses, and camels. It is estimated that there are about 85 different kinds of mammals, 350 kinds of birds, and 75 kinds of reptiles in Israel today. Resources from the ground. Besides proving to be a well-watered land capable of producing an abundance of foodstuffs, Palestine's mountains contained useful iron and copper ores. 8. 9. Gold, silver, tin, and lead had to be imported, but there were large deposits of salt, and in the Jordan Valley there were beds of clay for the brick, pottery, and foundry industries. 1 Kai 7. 46. Excellent limestone for the building trade was quarried, and there were outcroppings of dark basalt valued for its hardness and fine-grained texture. Palu shortened form of Pelea, meaning Jah has acted wonderfully. Second named son of Jacob's firstborn Reuben. GE 46. 9. Geographic terms Arabic Hebrew English Anon Spring, Enot, PL. Fountain Bait Bedhouse Bikar Bukati Valley Plain Becker, PL. Berbi apostrophe Welderka Berekati Poolbury Tower Darbrode, Wadibit Sandy Height D Convent, Monastery Meklo Plangay, GE Valley Gore Depression Givati Hill Givot T, PL. Jebel Harmoudin Kafkafar Village Kerbet Horvati Ruin Mayal Ascent Midal Middle Mayan Spring Mifres Bay, Gulf Mogami Arati Kavanaravinak Mountain Parthenby Prophet Kalara Fortress Khan Kareen Piklit. Hornkriati Kriti Town Casa Castle, Paliso Textoy Acute Muritra Longo, Palutes 572 1ch5. Tripalu founded the family of Palutes in the tribe of Reuben. X6. 14. New 26. 5. He is possibly the same son of Reuben called Pileth at Numbers 16. 1. Palutes Palu Middle. Ites of belonging to Palu. A Reubenite family descended from Paul.